Bullet choose who can participate. Bullet set a delay between messages. Bullet hide or put people in timeout. Bullet manage messages held for review. Bullet add moderators to your channel. Close button. Learn more button. Learn more button. Close. To build a moderation. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. Heading. To build a positive live chat. Close button. Finish button. Live 24 seconds. 0 watching now. 0 likes.
Hey.
Orientation is locked. Rotate device back.
Hey guys. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to our
Speech off.
YouTube channel, Omwando Enock. As usual, this is the channel for that offers matters disability, and I'm live today. I want us to have a chat and on several issues. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and like our videos, watch our videos, and give comments where you think that or what you think that we should do, and that will help us to grow very fast. And remember, we have been discussing so many things concerning persons with disabilities in this channel. One of the things that we have been discussing is how to register as a person with disability, because one of the requirements in Kenya for one to qualify as a person with disability, you must be registered as a person with disability. And therefore, there are procedures on how to register a person with disability. And don't worry where I am. I'm in a certain place, and the place might not be that pleasing, but this is where we are, and you can check. There are people there. There are old buildings here, and you can check the other side. And this is where we are. Don't worry, I'll show my face shortly, but not necessary sometimes. And so I was saying that for one to be approved or to be recognized as a person with disability, he or she must be registered. And I was saying that there are ways, a couple of ways for one to be registered that is supposed to follow for you to be registered. And I've been talking about that, and I've said that for one to be registered, the process starts from the hospital, because the doctor is the only person, or she's the only person who can qualify one to be a person with disabilities. That is after does what we call assessment. And sorry for that. Assessment is done by a qualified doctor, and not just a hospital, but any other hospital, but it must be a government hospital, and the hospital must be a level 4 hospital. So you'll go there, you'll be assessed, and after that you'll attach your national ID and passport size photo. Then after assessment, you'll carry your assessment form after it has been signed by the 3 medics. That is the Department of Physiotherapy, the 2 doctors, and med soup in that hospital. After that, that form shall be taken to the Director Medical Services, that is the county. Of course, initially this thing was done from the headquarters, Nairobi Ministry of Health, Director Ministry of Health, national government, but it was devolved, and director in your county, that is Director Medical Services in your county, is the final signatory. After he has signed, then you'll be given that form, you carry it, you take it to the cyber. The goodness is that if you remember, those ones who are persons with disabilities who registered a bit earlier or several years ago, we used to wait and the forms be taken to Afia House. That is for the signature of the Director Medical Services. After that, the director of medical services assigned, and it could take ages and ages. It will take ages and ages. One could follow, and sometimes the form or the assessment form could get lost, and you start afresh the process of registration. That is going back to the hospital and do the assessment. But the goodness nowadays is that it is done, and it is done electronically or online. So thanks to so many improvement in the Office of National Council for Persons with Disabilities, we have had improvement, a great improvement when it comes to issues or matters registration. And currently you just I've said you'll be given the form, then you'll go with it in any cyber, or you are home if you can be able to access the email and the where you scan the document. That is the scanner. You scan all those documents, and you go to your e-citizen, and you'll register, and within 1 or 2 days you'll get your certificate. You go and print it from your e-citizen account. So that is how simple it is nowadays to register as a person with disabilities. Maybe there's someone somewhere who has been saying that, oh, this process have been very tedious, and we don't know. It has been taking along. Those are people who are not updated. I've updated you that nowadays for you to register is very fast, and it doesn't take long. You don't need the signature from the office of the
Speech on.
National Council.
Save highlight button. Enable retouch. Microphone on mute. Switch camera. Chat options button.
Don't worry,
button.
Something which is
Options button. Options button. Create chat option. Switch camera. Microphone unmuted button. Enable retouch. Save highlight. Orientation is locked. Orientation is locked. Orientation is locked. Save highlight. Enable retouch. Microphone unmuted button. Switch camera button. Chat options button. Creator tools button. Options button. Options button.
Don't worry about that.
Enable save highlight button.
Don't worry about that.
Enable retouch. Save highlight. Orientation is locked. Save highlight. Enable retouch button. Microphone unmuted button. Enable retouch button. Save highlight. Orientation is locked. Save highlight. Enable retouch button.
So
microphone unmuted button. Switch camera button. Retouch on. Retouch on. Switch camera. Select. Save highlight. Orientation is. Save highlight. Selected. Microphone unmuted. Switch chat options. Creator tools button. Chat options button. Creator tools button. Options button. Options. Creator tool. Chat op. Switch microphone selected. Save highlight. Orientation. Save highlight button. Speech off.
So what I was saying is that that is how simple it is to register as a person with a disability, and so I'm saying that today we are talking about general matters related with persons with disabilities, and I just wanted to give you a recap on how to register as a person with disabilities, and as how to be recognized as a person with disability here in Kenya. So that is the procedure, and if you have any question you can ask. And so some people have been asking, yes, I've gotten the registration certificate as a person with disabilities, so what? If you have been following me for a long time, we have been saying that when you get this certificate of registration, that is as a person with disabilities, you will after you've gotten the certificate as a person with disability, you will there are so many things that this certificate does. For one to get any service as a person with disabilities here in Kenya, you must have a registration certificate. So the first importance of the registration certificate, don't worry about that. I'm getting some distraction, but no problem. So the number one, the advantage or the importance of getting the registration certificate is that number one, I've said that for you to to get services as a person with disabilities, indeed you must have a registration certificate. And there are so many services that you require as a person with disabilities. For example, you are a person with disabilities who is employed. You are entitled to be given what we call tax exemption certificate. or you are entitled to be exempted from paying tax. This is an exemption that KRA, through KRA, you'll get the certificate, and you'll be exempted from paying tax. And the tax that you are exempted is the pay as you earn. So if you are a person with disabilities, or you have a relative or a friend who has a disability and is working, and he has been paying pay as you earn, then you need to give him this information that he needs to go and register as a person with disabilities. Then he will process the exemption certificate, so that he can be exempted from paying tax, that is pay as you earn. So that is one. So for you to get the exemption certificate from KRA, you must be registered as a person with disability, and you must have a registration certificate, so that it's one of the documents. There are so many documents that you require when you are processing the exemption certificate, but the first document that which is needed is registration certificate as a person with disability. So that's one importance. And number two, if you are a person who is doing business, you also get exempted from paying duties there at your business place, because as we all know that you need to pay what we call revenue. So for you to be exempted, not to be paying the revenue, you must have one of the documents which is required is to attach your registration certificate, that is persons with disabilities registration certificate. And number three, if you are not able to afford some cash, maybe you have gone to the hospital, you are sick, and you are a person with disabilities, for you to prove that you are a person with disabilities, yes, you can be seen that you are walking on a wheelchair, so that means you are a person with disability. But that one doesn't qualify you to be given the services as a person with disability, because you don't have a registration certificate. It is like if you are a Kenyan. Yes, you are a Kenyan. It is known that you are a Kenyan. But if you don't have an identity card, you will not get the services. So this one is an identity card for persons with disabilities. So for you to get the services, and there is what we call in the hospital, there is something that we call a waiver. For you to be waived, or to be given a waiver in the hospital, maybe you have gone to the hospital and you are a person with disabilities, and you really wanted to be given a waiver because you are not able to afford the money needed in the hospital, then you will need this disability registration certificate for you to prove that you are a person with disabilities. There are so many things. There are so many things that you'll do with this registration certificate. So those ones who were asking,
Speech on. Save highlight. Selected. Save. Orientation is locked.
you
Cellular. 4 of 4. Cellular.
somebody was
Cellular. Orientation is save. Select mic. Switch. Chat options. Creator. Options. Button.
So
Speech off.
you will not get any service unless you are registered. Sorry, I had a call, and this is the same phone that I'm using to record this. So for you to be given a waiver, I was saying you must have this registration certificate. So this registration certificate does a lot. So these are the questions that people have been asking them. The common questions. And another one is, if you want to import a duty free, because let me start first. One of the benefits as a person with disabilities here in Kenya, I said that if you are working and earning some salary, you are entitled not to pay what we call pay as you earn. You are entitled to be exempted from paying tax. That is revenue in your county, respective county governments. So another very important advantage that a person with disabilities has is you are exempted from paying duty when you are importing a vehicle or a car. So And this one, if you are not watched my videos, you go and watch how to process exemption duty or a duty-free car, importance, all those things. I've talked about them, and some people have been asking what is the importance of this card. So one of the importance of this card, another very important issue is that this card will help you to process a duty, for you to be given a duty-free certificate so that you can import your car without paying duty. So, sometimes I tell you, I import, I do assist people, or I do import duty-free cars for people, and sometimes you might buy a car, not only the duty-free car. I can import any other car. If you need that service, you can reach me. I've been seeing, maybe you buy a car, $4,000. That's almost 500,000 in the current exchange. That's around 130,000, $130, 130 shillings per dollar. So maybe that's around 500,000. But you might be required to pay duty more than that 500,000. People have not been understanding. People think that if I buy a car, maybe 200,000, then his duty will be little. No, duty doesn't. We don't calculate issues concerning duty using the price that you use to buy the car. No, there is a way. There is a way that KRA has given the guidelines on how to charge duty in a specific car. So it doesn't mean that if I bought a car 20,000, I will pay a duty maybe of 10,000. No, it doesn't work like that. They will go and calculate, because what if somebody gave you as a present, but that car, for it to be here in Kenya, you must pay duty. So does it mean that you are going to be calculated zero because you didn't use any money to buy that car? So that is what we are talking about, that duty is not calculated the total amount that you use to buy the car. No, the duty is calculated on different types of cars and what they have. The cars ziko na accessories mbalimbali. So if a car is a four-wheel and another one is not a 4-wheel, and those two cars are, let's assume that the Vanguard is a Toyota Vanguard. One has a 4-wheel, another one has no 4-wheel. So this 4-wheel one, you will pay a little bit higher compared to the one which has no 4-wheel. So those are the things that they check out. The seat covers, maybe another one has a seat cover or a leather seat cover, and the other one is not. So the leather seat cover, maybe you'll pay a bit higher when it comes to duty compared to the other one, which is not covered with the leather cover. So those are some of the things that they look at. And of course, the size of or the type of the car. Maybe you cannot have a Toyota Fielder and a Toyota Honda Fit or a Toyota Vitz. The duty is not the same. Or Nissan Note or a Prado, Harrier. They vary from one vehicle to another. So they look at the type. So one of the advantage of having this registration card as a person with disabilities, this certificate will be required when you are applying for a duty-free after you have imported the car. So if you want to know how to import a duty-free car, just go to my channel or where we are. That is Omwando Enock. You can go and check, and you'll get the information that how to import a duty-free car. So those are the things that we've been talking about. And look at the sky. The sky is very calm, my people, as you can see. It is here in Kenya. It is exactly 12:18 here in Kenya, and the weather is calm. There was a sunlight, but it has gone. So, and we are enjoying ourselves, regardless the politics which are in Kenya. Breaking news is that here in Kenya, the deputy president has been impeached by the parliament, and another name has been proposed. Those are the politics, or the and the news update here in Kenya, which is going on. So we have a heated political, you know. So this is how things are, and so what I was saying is